briefly, got up to win that fight. But I just think in this one, Bivol needs to be busier. He needs to concentrate even more. He needs to concentrate for longer. If he's going to get the win, I think it's only going to be points, and he's going to have to be busy and effective and be really, really strong defensively, really cute defensively. I'm not sure he can do it. I'm really not. It's going to be another close fight. It's another 50-50 pick and match. But for me, I think Artur Beterbiev probably gets a little bit closer, a little bit earlier. He always finishes strong. And I don't think he'll get Bivol out of there, but I think he'll land the eye-catching shots. The heavy shots are always the ones that catch the judge's eye. And he's got that big punch and that equaliser. So I just think that Beterbiev, for me, is a slight favourite in a fight that, let's be honest, could go either way. If it goes to points, any one of these guys could win this fight. But I just think that Beterbiev has just got that edge. And with the power and the big finish, it shows he's still fit even at 40 years old. He's able to finish strong. I think that could be the decider with this. The strong finish and that extra punch power. But Bivol may just turn up, work out of his skin. He might turn up a little bit fitter than the first time if that's possible, because he's always super fit. He's a consummate professional. He's a real athlete. But if he turns up a bit fitter, a bit faster paced, and keeps out the way, he could nick this on points. But my money is on Beterbiev. So, on to the chief support, Daniel Dubois against Joseph Parker. This is a great fight. It's one I'm looking forward to. A lot of people are split on who they think is going to win, because Joseph Parker has been rejuvenated. He climbed off the canvas twice. It's not good that he's had to climb off the canvas, but the fact that he did that against Zhilei Zhang to beat him, and he also beat Deontay Wilder, even though Wilder's about finished in it. I mean, he's looked crap in his last couple of fights. He's lost that edge. He looks like he's gun shy. Zhang knocked him out, then he battered him from the side, like it was a bit of a side shot from behind. But he's just not looked good, Deontay Wilder. So I can't give Joseph Parker too much credit for that fight. And the Zhang fight. So he's looking good. He's having a bit of a late resurgence in his career. What is he, 33 years old? And he's improving, and he's looking like he's mentally more switched on and ready for this late finish to his career. It's like Joseph Parker 2.0, isn't it? It's like he's back and is looking good. But Daniel Dubois, he walked through bullets against Hrgovic, got hit with a lot of shots. Hrgovic was big and tough and throwing shots, and Daniel Dubois was walking through him. Ridiculous, really, got hit way too much. But the fact that he walked through him and then got the job done against Hrgovic, for me, is a great win. Who else did he beat? Did he beat Jerome Miller? I mean, that was a decent win for him. He was under the cosh. Punches were coming at him. Miller was game. And Daniel Dubois just stood his ground, waited his time, bided his time, and then got the job done. And he looked good doing it. Not to mention the absolute fucking wipeout of Anthony Joshua. He didn't just beat AJ. He hurt him in round one, dropped him. And then for 3-4 more rounds, he was beating him up at range and timing him with good, accurate shots. Good right hand, big puncher. He can box well behind that jab. He's got a nice jab as well, Dubois. And then when AJ came for him and caught him and gave him a little bit of a wobble, a bit unsteady on his feet, Dubois was able to keep himself poised, keep himself focused and concentrate, and time that right hand on the way in. And when that right hand detonated on AJ's chin, we saw the effect. It put him into fucking orbit, didn't it? Absolutely wiped him out. So the fact that he's coming off the back of that win and the confidence that he's going to bring into the ring with Parker, I don't think he's going to be worried. Parker's not a big puncher. Daniel Dubois can bang. He's fit enough for 12 rounds as well. So although Parker's looking good after the Zhang fight and after the Deontay Wilder fight, I don't think it's enough to go in there and stick it on Daniel Dubois. I think Daniel Dubois is growing in confidence. Don Charles has done a fantastic job with him, which I've said before. And I just think he's flying. He's on the crest of this wave. And he's only 27 years old. So he's approaching his prime. He's fit, strong. He's just looking good. I like everything about Daniel Dubois at the minute. Big puncher, nice jab, as I've already said. And I just think this is going to be a nightmare for Joseph Parker. For Joseph Parker to win this fight, he's going to have to stay out of trouble, use his jab, his movement, get around the ring on his feet, and stay out of trouble for 12 rounds. And Daniel Dubois is quite busy. Gets behind that jab once he gets in range, and he's going to fancy it as well. I think this could be a time for Daniel Dubois to really showcase his skills, put on an outrageous performance, and then move onwards and upwards and take over the division. I mean, we're looking at maybe getting a rematch with Alexander Usyk if he sticks around long enough, and that would be exciting. Listen, I think Daniel Dubois is going to do the job. And I absolutely think that Joseph Parker's a great character. I think a lot of him as a gentleman. I think he's great. But this is boxing. And I tell the fucking truth, as you know. I think Daniel Dubois is going to demolish him. I think it's going to be inside the distance. It's going to be a great fight. Right, so we've also got Floyd Schofield taking on Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is a 27-year-old American fighter who's got lightning fast hands, very skillful. A lot of people complain that he's not easy on the eye to watch. He can be accused of being boring. But listen, if he can dominate fights at range and just dissect his opponents and not get over points, then who can fault him? It is what it is. He won a silver medal at the Rio Olympics in 2016. He's unbeaten, and Floyd Schofield is taking him on. He's 18 wins, 12 victories by knockout, so he can punch a little bit. In my honest opinion, I think it's probably a step too far for Floyd Schofield at this stage of his career. Listen, dare to be great. He's got to step up at some stage, and he's stepping up here against somebody who's actually dominating at this level. And with his speed and his skill set, I just think it's going to be an absolute mount to climb for Schofield. It'll be a decent fight while it lasts. And I just think Schofield's going to lose his unbeaten record, but he'll come again after this. It'll be no